Imagine finding out you're a father, not from the mother, not from a phone call, not even from a conversation, but from a DNA test 12 years later. Today's case takes us inside a courtroom filled with shock, emotion, and hidden truths. A mother who raised her daughter alone, a father who says he never knew she existed, and a DNA result that changes everything. Now, after more than a decade of silence, she's asking the court for child support, and he's asking why she waited so long to tell him the truth. Was he really an absent father, or was he a father who never got the chance to be present? Let's break down what happened in this intense hearing and what the judge decided.
Ma'am, you're asking this court to rely upon the information that you just stated and the amounts that you just provided to this court. My question to you is quite simple. Where did you get it from?
This is from your firm employment.
Ma'am, my firm didn't give you any reports. I'm asking where you got this information from. Did you not hear the question?
Sorrels, are there any agreements?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you may begin. They don't even agree to paternity?
Did we agree to paternity? Was there an agreement to paternity?
Do you all agree that based on the genetic testing, Mr. Stewart is the father?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I thought we had agreed to more than that, but if that's the only agreement, that's fine.
I may have missed it. I'm sorry.
And it looks like the child's last name was Hazlitt. Is that in dispute what the child's last name will be?
That is in dispute.
Okay.
I believe the only other part I thought that there possibly was an agreement was on the fact that Mr. Stewart would carry insurance.
Okay.
But we can testify to that. That was the only.
Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hazlitt, will you state your full name?
Amanda Hazlitt.
Right. And what is the name of the child we're here for today?
Madison Hazlitt.
And when was Madison born?
November 1st, 2012.
So how old is Madison?
12.
12. As we've stipulated before with the genetic testing that Mr. Stewart is the father of Madison, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Were you ever in a relationship with Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
And did you ever live with Mr. Stewart?
No.
When did your relationship with Mr. Stewart end?
February of 2012.
Okay. And when did you tell Mr. Stewart that he was Madison's father?
When I was pregnant.
Has Mr. Stewart provided any financial support for Madison since she was born?
No.
And are you asking the court for back child support?
Yes.
Okay. Who does Madison live with?
Me.
And has she always lived with you?
Yes.
And where do you live in Liberty County?
Yes.
And Madison lives in Liberty County with you?
Correct.
And who makes the important decisions for Madison?
Me.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions for Madison?
Me.
Has Mr. Stewart ever seen Madison?
No.
Do you have safety concerns with, do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Madison and visiting? Sorry, good gracious. Let me just try that again. Do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Stewart visiting Madison?
Yes, he's a stranger to her.
But so your main concern for her safety is that they don't know each other.
Right.
And they don't have a relationship established. Okay. How is Madison currently covered on health insurance?
Through my job.
Through your job. And how much is that? How much is medical insurance?
I think I pay like $220 a month.
Is that just for yourself or just Madison? Who's on the policy?
3 of us.
3. And is dental insurance included?
No, the dental is like $36 a month. 32, something like that.
For 3 people also?
Yes.
Okay. With regards to visitation, possession and access, are you requesting that the court establish a phased-in visitation so that they can, Mr. Stewart and Madison can begin to know one another?
Yes,
Right. Mr. Stewart lives over 100 miles away, correct?
correct.
So that phased-in part is going to be it would be difficult, but you still feel like making the effort or have that time period for Madison is important, correct? Does Madison know about Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
But do they ever talk on the phone?
No.
So there's not really not any knowledge or relationship of each other. I mean, knowledge of each other, but no relationship at all.
Correct.
Okay. Are you asking the court to appoint you as sole managing conservator?
Yes.
And is that based upon the lack of relationship with Mr. Stewart and Madison?
Yes.
Are you asking to be the parent who designates the residency for Madison?
Yes.
With regards to Madison's last name, what are you requesting the court do?
I would like for Madison to make that decision.
Okay, Madison's not here today. Do you have a preference that you would give the judge?
Keep
What
her
is her current last name?
Hazlitt.
Okay, Your Honor, I would pass the witness.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
I would call Caleb Stewart. Mr. Stewart, can you state your name for the record?
Caleb Stewart.
Yes. You're in court today to establish paternity of Madison, correct?
That's the proceeding. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Madison, where do you work?
So my last name's Stewart.
I'm
Kittle
sorry.
first
I'm
name
so
is-
sorry.
So I'm a lawyer. I have my own law firm.
And is that law firm, are you a sole proprietor or are you an established professional corporation?
We're a PLLC.
Okay, so as a part of that, you're employed by Caleb Stewart PLLC, correct?
Yes, doing business as the Stewart firm. Yes, ma'am.
Are you self-employed?
Yes, I own the law firm.
But with regarding taxes, and would you treat yourself as a self-employed employee?
I'll be honest, I have a CPA. All I know is I'm the sole owner and, my money is set on salary and comes in that way. I'm not sure what you mean by self-employee.
Oh, let me ask this, go this way. Are taxes withheld from your paychecks every month or every pay period?
No,
So you make quarterly payments on your own?
correct, through the law firm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you been employed at your law firm? How long have you had the business?
Effectively, I mean, I had it for a few years before, but I was also an associate at other law firms. We've had our law firm for, I guess, 5 years now, actively, if that makes sense.
Okay. And so your salaried amount, what is your salaried amount?
Well, my total income gross is $132,000. I get paid salary $115,000, and then I have another $17,000 that comes in the form of from veteran disability from VA.
The salaried amount, does that ever include overtime? Are you
No.
compensated for overtime hours?
No, it's salary.
Okay, just double checking there. With regards to Madison's last name, she currently goes by Hazlitt. What do you want the court to order her last name to be?
I would ask that her last name, pursuant to this proceeding as me being adjudicated as the father, to reflect my last name. And I also believe that that would be in her best interest because it would, the goal here is to get to know Madison. I don't know Madison. And I think that in getting to know her, that's a significant part of the connection that, you know, we're trying to establish. And I think part of that is sharing my last name, as do my other three children.
So your other three children, are they all under the age of 18?
Correct.
And they are in your household?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you provide health insurance for those children?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that on, do you know how much that is a month?
So we currently have a policy. We have several different insurances, but I have a Blue Cross Blue Shield policy that is $1,500 is what it costs now. And my understanding to add Madison would cost an extra $300, but it has a really low deductible. I believe the deductible is around $100 or $200, and it's quite comprehensive.
Okay. So just Madison's cost is $300 a month.
Yes, ma'am. I believe.
Okay. And with regards to dental insurance, is that another policy? Is dental insurance?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
No, how much is that per month?
I think it's around $27 to $28 a month. I don't know the exact price. It's pretty cheap.
How much was that? What do you think it is?
I think it's around $27 to $28. I don't think to add Madison would cost but a few bucks. It's pretty cheap.
So the 27 to 28 is what you're currently paying.
Yes, ma'am. But I think to add Madison would only cost a couple more dollars. That would be nominal.
And what city do you live in?
So I reside in I reside in Dallas, technically Wiley, just north of Dallas.
When did Miss Haslett tell you that you could be Madison's father?
Well, she told me that me and another guy could be the father. She immediately, I haven't talked to Amanda in over 10 years. Around the time that she was pregnant with Madison, all conversations with Amanda stopped. She changed her number subsequently, but I was told that there was other potential fathers aside from myself. And that's been the case. That's why there's been multiple proceedings on this same issue, trying to establish who the father is.
Are you saying there was other litigation about this child with other men?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, one case is it was in this court, and I believe you can see that on the record.
To clarify, it was with you and Miss Haslett, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so there have been multiple prior cases brought, but no prior orders, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm confused because I'm not allowed to do my own independent research, which you know as a lawyer. So are you saying that the cases were between you and Miss Haslett, or between Miss Haslett and another man, or both?
So not being involved in the other, so it wasn't a situation where there was multiple guys involved with other cases. I only have knowledge of the cases that I was involved in. But what I was saying is this is not the first case with the first cause number involving us, if that makes sense. This is either the second or the third one. But at the time that I knew about Madison being born, I was told that there was multiple fathers involved, and I had no way of communicating with Amanda about this.
But to be clear, those other prior lawsuits between you and Mrs. Hazlitt have been non-suited.
To the best of my knowledge, without prejudice, yes.
And you're not aware of any court orders that exist, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any other witnesses?
I believe I need Miss Chastine Gray sworn in.
Okay. Ms. Gray, can you state your full name for the record?
Chastine Gray.
Can you raise your right hand, please, to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed, Ms. Sorrells.
Will you state your name, please?
Chastine Gray,
And where do you work?
Office of the Attorney General.
And what is your role?
I'm a child support officer
And how long have you worked for the Attorney General's office?
for 3 years.
And as part of your job duties, do you investigate the wages and assets of non-custodial parents?
Yes,
And did you have the opportunity to do so in this case?
I have.
And did you find any wage information from Mr. Stewart?
Yes, I have.
And what did your investigation show?
My investigation showed that there's 3/4 of wages with his firm. The first quarter of 2025 is $52,500. The fourth quarter of 2024 was $45,000, and the third quarter of
Can you slow
2024.
down, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. You want me to start over?
I got the 3/4. Which was the 52,500? Which quarter was that?
The first quarter of 2025 is $52,500.
Okay.
The fourth quarter of 2024 is $45,000.
Okay.
And then the third quarter of 2024 is $30,000. And I was only able to get 3/4.
So you didn't show income prior to the third quarter of 2024, correct?
Correct.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Stewart, do you have questions for this witness, Ms. Gray?
I do.
Okay, you may ask them.
Ma'am, just for clarification to understand your position. So based upon the 3/4 that you just stated, which I believe adds up to $127,000, is that correct?
$127,500.
And this was wage information for the firm, correct?
From the firm, yes.
So this would include wage information for my employees as well, correct?
I am not aware of your employees' wage information. I'm aware of wages for yourself.
Ma'am, the reports that are made by a company are on behalf of the wages and taxes that are paid on behalf of the company as a whole, which includes all of its employees. Is that correct?
The wage information that I have is for you, not your employees, and not the firm itself.
What report are you referring to that has this number on it?
This is information from your employer. I believe it's your wages from your firm.
And ma'am, what I'm asking is where you got this information from?
I guess I'm not understanding.
Ma'am, you're asking this court to rely upon the information that you just stated and the amounts that you just provided to this court. My question to you is quite simple. Where did you get it from?
This is from your firm employment.
And my firm didn't give you any reports. I'm asking where you got this information from. Did you not hear the question?
I'm trying to follow. May I have a second to understand?
Sure.
I'm sorry, who asked? May I have a second? I couldn't follow who asked
I
that. Oh, okay. You may have a moment.
Your Honor, I know it's late. Can I ask for just a brief recess to confer with Ms. Gray?
You may.
Thank you.
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, y'all. Look, I'll be real honest with y'all. You're asking me to calculate child support without tax returns, without information like that, or based on OAG things. And neither of that is very satisfying. And so I've looked at the numbers and I think I kind of know where I'm going to do a temporary order today. Let me just say that. You haven't seen this child in 12 years. And that's going to be a big change. And then the testimony about income is also a little, as I just explained, nebulous at best on both sides. So I'm going to do a temporary order and give you all a chance to come back with actual evidence about what's being earned. That being said, there's a few questions I have. Sir, how many other children live with you that are under 18?
3.
I'm sorry?
3.
3, okay. And then do you have any other children besides the 3 that live with you and now Madison?
No.
Okay. And ma'am, you know about those 3 children? You might not actually.
Yes.
You do know about them, okay. Okay. And sir, I don't believe there was any testimony from you about what you're requesting for visitation. What are you requesting?
What I am asking for, and as was previously brought up, but I know you weren't part of those conversations, what I was asking for is in doing my homework, it's my understanding, to your point, it would be a big change for Madison to obviously meet me, get to know me, all of those things. And my understanding and having experience with clients and doing this is that there needs to be a professional involved to help Madison navigate this process in the form of counseling or something to that effect to make sure that the process is as easy as for her as possible. And so what I was suggesting and what I'm contending in this matter is that I pay for all of those counseling sessions in lieu of the child support, because my understanding of the counseling sessions, for them to be effective, they would have to occur at least weekly, if not bi-weekly, for a period of time to create a segue for me to meet Madison, all of those things, and that far exceeds the child support amount. And I'm willing to harbor all of those costs. And so I don't know, it was mentioned to me that there's a step up or some type of transition that the court normally does in these instances. That wasn't explained to me as to what this court does. Obviously, I have familiarity through my job of what that normally looks like, but I don't know what this court does in that regard. I know, of course, being over 100 miles, that visitation is once a month. But I believe that to do the counseling effectively, my understanding from a counselor is it needs to happen quite often. And again, those counseling sessions are not covered by insurance. And so I'm requesting that those be facilitated and I cover the cost of those.
All right, Ms. Haslett, you had your hand up.
Yes, Madison is in counseling in Dayton and she goes bi-weekly.
And insurance covers that?
It covers a portion of it and I cover the rest out of pocket.
And you might not know what they discuss, because I know there's confidentiality between children, even and their counselors, but do you know if they've broached this topic? And you might not know.
We haven't, like, I know that we'll do like a meet. She's only been to 3 sessions so far. So I know like after a few sessions, she said we would meet and discuss what they discussed. Madison's told me some stuff, but she hasn't told me that this specifically has been brought up, but I feel like she'll bring it up when she's ready.
She's already out. And does Madison have any diagnoses or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's just going to counseling just for general teenage anxiety. Okay.
Yes.
But nothing specific. Okay. And so, maybe are you suggesting that any of these need to be supervised?
Yes.
And why is that?
Because it's a complete stranger to her. Like they've never even made eye contact.
and I understand this could be weird, but I mean, she's 12 now and she meets new people a lot. But how many are you thinking need to be supervised?
I would assume like at least the first 5 until she's comfortable. She's a shy kid. It's going to be an uncomfortable situation.
Who are you suggesting would do the supervision?
Is there somebody that you typically that y'all typically let do that? Like I could do it, my aunt could do it.
And I'll be honest, there's good and bad with supervisors. Sometimes the kid clings too much to the familiarity and it doesn't accomplish what you want it to. And sir, I'll be honest with you too. Every situation is unique. We do have some somewhat standard things, but I try to look at everyone's circumstances when doing these kind of orders because some people live far apart and literally have no vehicles and transportation. And so I have to put all that into the mix as well. It seems like you all have working vehicles that are reliable and the ability to buy plane tickets and all that stuff, which not all of the people before me do. So this is a little different than normal. How often can you get down to Liberty?
Are you talking about me, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I mean, the only issue is, of course, my job. Like for example, last week I was in Victoria, Texas. Late Friday, I was navigating the flight. So, I mean, I generally have my weekends at this point. But I mean, driving to Liberty, that's a 5-6 hour drive. So I don't. I mean, again, I generally have my weekends. What I understand from the counselors that I spoke to is that it would be virtual initially. There would be counselings with Madison, counselings with me, and then, or counselings with me individually and then jointly, and then it would transition into in person. Again, trying to create that segue. But again, that was my understanding of what that looked like. But I think I relatively have the ability to travel on the weekends in that regard. But of course, the cost to that, I have no problem paying for the cost of that. I'm just asking for that to be taken into consideration with regards to child support.
Where were you all living when you were together?
Liberty County.
And when did you move away, sir?
So I would argue that we were not in Liberty County. So I attended undergrad in Lamar University in Beaumont. And at the time I was residing in Lumberton. I don't remember the county that's in. But after I graduated, I left Lumberton and moved to Houston and then started out South Texas College of Law and then finished up at SMU in Dallas. And so, of course, my career kind of had me moving around, but I haven't lived in Liberty County since 2006 because I was born and raised there. And then I went to the Marine Corps. I haven't lived there in a
When
long
did you
time.
move to Dallas? I'm sorry. A lot of information.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with dates. I would say 2013. I attended 1 year of law school in Houston and then transferred after that.
Okay, so sir, assuming I don't go the counselor route, do you think supervised visits would help you?
I mean, I have, of course, no criminal history or anything of the sort. I've never had any issue of any sort. I don't know that supervised routes would help. If anything, unless done by a professional, I think it would hurt. And what I'm advocating for, and the only reason why I'm mentioning the counseling the way I'm saying it is because that's what I've done for clients in other cases, and that's also what my understanding in talking to a counselor local to me would be the preferred path. It's just a segue for Madison to help make her feel comfortable. It's not so much for me, if that makes sense.
And ma'am, what's your position on that?
I'm good with them meeting with a counselor that way.
Sir, did you bring any evidence about this or who you've been talking to or anything like that?
No, ma'am, I don't have anything in writing with regards to that. Or witness with regards to that.
I don't want to leave you all with an order that says you're ordered to coordinate with a counselor, because neither of you have really shown over the last 12 years that you're able to work together. And I'm assuming, sir, you didn't have a proposal drafted or anything like that.
I mean, I can most certainly propose one. I tried to, I think I brought it up to Ms. Rolls and the prior attorney that I was communicating with. Again, I haven't talked to Amanda in over a decade. I haven't had her number in over a decade. I tried to speak with her leading up to this because I'm not trying to have Madison do something that is most certainly bad for her or anything of the sort. But I assume that Amanda would be in agreement with that. But as far as identifying a counselor and the like, I'm open to whoever. I just know that some counselors want things in person. Some counselors are more willing to do things virtually and the like. But
Or she uses does both.
and some of them do both, but I don't know. I've also had issues with certain counselors not being qualified to do certain things with regards to certain age children. So I didn't know Madison was in counseling. I don't know who she's in counseling with. I don't know any of that information. I'm finding out right now.
And you might not know this, Ms. Haslett, which is okay. Do you know if that counselor helps with things like this, or if she'd even be comfortable doing that since she's also her counselor?
I would assume that she would, and she worked in like school counseling for years, and she does like crisis intervention and all kinds of sort of things. So I know that she's qualified to work with children Madison's age because it's what she's done most of her career.
Okay.
And Madison's comfortable talking to her, and that was important to her whenever I brought up the topic of her going to someone.
So I'm leaning toward, we're still doing a temporary order because I kind of want to see how this all works and it's going to be very vague. It sounds like what you're all agreeing to do is to work together with the therapist to bring him back into her life. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes, ma'am.
Trying to think how to make this remotely enforceable. What is this? Third Wednesday? That's Tuesday. Second order, Ms. Haslett must talk to the therapist by Friday or by Thursday, I guess. I'm sorry, I can't do it by Thursday. About how to start this. And then must communicate with Mr. Stewart by close of business Friday this week, what you find out. And then I want to order something more specific for you, sir, because I don't want this to hang out forever. I'm also just inclined to bring you back like in a month and see where this got to. And if we need to do something more detailed.
And I'm fine with that, Your Honor.
Okay. And start reuniting Mr. Stewart with the child. No later than June 6th. Yes. some kind of, and hopefully sooner, you know, obviously the sooner this goes and the more you put into this, Mr. Stewart, the better this will go for everybody. And then what's our next one? Okay. Maybe have everyone come back July. We're gonna have some more in this too, but maybe come back on July 8th and see kind of what happened. I don't want you to come back too soon because I don't want to waste your all's time. Because otherwise it's coming back June 10th, which seems we might not have accomplished much by then. So coming back July 8th. Okay. I'm also in this temporary order establishing paternity between you, sir, and the child. The last name I'm going to reserve and kind of see how everything goes.
Your Honor, I have an arbitration scheduled on July 8th.
July 22nd.
I'm set for a jury trial week that Monday, but I don't know that it's gonna go.
Let's leave this on July 22nd. It's Zoom. You can always call in or have someone call in for you and let us know if need be.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the visitation conservatorship. For now, I'm going to do managing conservator to Miss Hazlitt, possessory to Mr. Stewart. This could change on final. We're going to see how things go. Right now, I'm going to do a residency restriction to Texas. Temporary order. I'm going to keep the child on Miss Hazlitt's insurance for now. For child support, and this could change on final, I'm finding the gross monthly resources based on testimony presented is $12,000 a month. I'm ordering that she provide the insurance, so that cost was $73 per month. Medical support, dental $12 a month. Gets to a net of 9,100, sorry, 9,013 net, giving credit for the 3 other children, 14.75%. It's $1,329 per month, beginning June 1st of 2025. I'm also ordering that he pay cash medical to Ms. Hazlitt of $73 each month, beginning June 1st of 2025, and dental support of $12 per month, beginning June 1st of 2025. I'm not addressing back support at this time. I'm denying the non-disclosure request. And the reserve court costs. So hopefully on the 22nd, we can see how visitation's going. Feel free to bring more evidence about wages and insurance and all those issues as well. See what's happening with everything.
Can I get like an email address or something for him so that I can contact him by Friday?
Let me get off YouTube before you do that. Unless you'd want to put it in the chat maybe to her. You're not willing to give her an email address?
Well, no, I am. You said the chat. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, okay. Let me just, is there anything else anyone else needs? Then I can get off YouTube. I just don't want you putting your personal business on YouTube if you don't need to.
I would appreciate that, Your Honor. Can you, so I wrote down the child support, but then I didn't get the medical and dental. I apologize.
Okay, it's $73 per month medical and $12 dental.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And, okay, does everyone have what they need before I stop the recording?
Yes, ma'am.
Stop the